Rise, Meg.
The Force will be with you.
Hello my dear friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Star Wars Meg, here to give you all of the news from a galaxy far, far away. In today's news update we have some exciting information for the Kenobi series. We're also going to be talking about the Mandalorian Season 3 and Luke Skywalker. Before I dive into the news, please may I ask you to hit like down below, subscribe to my channel if you're brand new, and also be sure to hit the notification bell to be alerted each and every time I post new content to the channel. You can expect daily Star Wars updates from me. Now without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. So let's start by talking about the Mandalorian Season 3. It's been confirmed that the delay is not because of any drama, but rather it's to do with scheduling and the production timing. When the announcement that the Book of Boba Fett would be the next Star Wars live-action installment, it sent fans into a frenzy. At first there was confusion as to whether the Book of Boba Fett was the Mandalorian Season 3, but this was swiftly cleared up by Jon Favreau on Good Morning America, who confirmed that the Book of Boba Fett would come out before the Mandalorian Season 3, and that they were two distinct shows. As much as some fans wanted to believe that there is some sort of civil war going on at Lucasfilm, leading to delays in production, it's simply not the case. The simple truth for production of The Mandalorian being slated for later this year, instead of now, is simply due to scheduling about COVID-19 protocols. While Lucasfilm has multiple studios across the world, COVID protocols have made scheduling the biggest complication. Trying to navigate multiple shows with a central story is difficult enough, but to get everyone together during a pandemic safely is almost impossible. The acting schedule that's been the most toughest to work out is that of Temuera Morrison, since he is going to take part in 3 upcoming Star Wars series on Disney+. So now my dear friends, this brings us on to the most exciting part of the news update, which is new information about Temuera Morrison's role in Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think first it's important to point out the fact that Kenobi is going to be shooting before The Mandalorian Season 3, and so Temuera Morrison will be involved in that before he returns to Mando. But the information we now have is that Temuera Morrison is going to be reprising the role of Commander Cody and Rex in the upcoming Obi-Wan TV series. So Comic Book Movie have made comments about this, and they say that it does make sense because whether it's in flashbacks or in the present day, the bond between the Jedi Master and Cody that was formed during the Clone Wars was noteworthy. However, it's also worth noting that the past reports have pointed to Darth Vader hunting his former friend down with Cody and the 512th Legion by his side. As soon as work on the Book of Boba Fett is done, Morrison is expected to head to England to work on Obi-Wan Kenobi before then returning to the US for the Mandalorian Season 3. The future is looking bright for Boba Fett, and it makes sense for him to have a recurring presence throughout the galaxy far, far away over the next few years. And of course, if any more details come out, I will be the first to report on it. So now my friends, let us move on to our next article. This one is talking about Luke Skywalker, 5 ways that Luke is the perfect mentor for Grogu and why he's also not. So the first reason is that Grogu will be safe. When Grogu was under Mando's care, both of them were in constant danger. Although the Mandalorian did an excellent job of protecting Grogu, Grogu will undoubtedly be safer with the Jedi Master. Luke's ability to use both his lightsaber and the Force to effortlessly destroy all of Gideon's Dark Troopers shows that he has mastered his training. Gideon's fear of him is likely shared by many, so few would have any desire to start a fight with him and pick on Grogu. So then they give a reason why Luke may not be best suited for Grogu. During his Jedi training with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, Luke has shown many signs of impatience. He would question the necessity of the training, or if he even had the capability of doing what he had been asked to do. To be a teacher, Luke needs to be able to show patience. Grogu will likely feel frustrated at times because although he has a strong connection to the Force, he does have a tendency to lose all of his energy right after using it. The next reason is one in which Luke would be suited for Grogu. Luke isn't afraid of him. When Grogu used the Force to reach out to other Jedi in hopes of finding one who could properly train him, Luke was the first and only one to answer the call. This is a much different reaction to Ahsoka Tano's, who was completely unwilling to train him due to the fact that her own mentor had turned to the dark side. Luke doesn't seem to share her fear, showing Grogu a vast amount of kindness when they first met. Unlike Ahsoka Tano, Luke was able to pull Darth Vader away from the dark side. The next reason is one in which Luke is not suited for Grogu. Luke might compare Grogu to Yoda. One of the worst things that anyone can do is to compare someone to another person, especially one who's already dead. It's impossible to compete with a dead person, and if Luke emphasizes the greatness of Yoda too much or pushes Grogu to be just like him, he would do more harm than good. Luke has a very high opinion of Yoda, and since Grogu and Yoda are from the same species, Luke may find it natural to compare the two. This might not be to Grogu's favour. So now a reason why Luke is suited for Grogu. Luke is familiar with the needs of Grogu's species. Luke spent a lot of time under Yoda's tutelage. During this time, he was able to see Yoda's habits as well as the things that he ate. The Mandalorian had to learn about Grogu's needs over time, and this sometimes led to them getting into trouble, especially when Grogu ended up eating something that he shouldn't have. Luke should be able to easily find a planet that is best suited for Grogu's species, and considering Grogu's emotional goodbye to the Mandalorian, he's going to need to stay someplace comfortable to make things a little easier on him. Next is why Luke is not suited for Grogu, the way that he treated Ben Solo. When Luke sensed that Ben Solo had already turned to the dark side, his first reaction was to ignite his lightsaber. Although he had briefly wanted to slay his sleeping pupil, he changed his mind quickly, but Ben had already seen him and made a move to defend himself. This impulse reaction damaged his relationship with his nephew and completely drove him away. If Grogu happened to show any signs of darkness, Luke might make the same mistake with him. And next, a reason why Luke is suited for Grogu. Luke understands him. Although it's easy to forget, Grogu is still 50 years old. He's able to communicate with people using the Force as long as the other party knows how. Like Ahsoka Tano, Luke is able to understand what Grogu is saying, which allows him to comprehend Grogu's questions or needs. This is proven when Luke tells the Mandalorian that Grogu is waiting for permission to go with him. Next, a reason why Luke isn't competent. Luke won't be able to help fight the Galactic Empire. When it comes to fighting against the Empire, the rebels usually put a lot of faith in Jedi Masters to help them win. It would have been impossible to overthrow Palpatine without Luke's help. However, given that he will be busy training Grogu, he will probably have little to no time to help if something bad happens. He already stated that Grogu would never truly be safe until he mastered the Force, so Luke probably wouldn't leave him on his own to bring him to battle. And now another reason why Luke is competent. Luke has guidance from his Jedi Masters. Luke, just like most Jedi, has the ability to converse with the deceased Jedi Masters whenever he needs to seek guidance. Both Obi-Wan and Yoda have a tendency to speak to Luke whenever he needs help the most. Although Luke has knowledge of the Force and the ability to use the lightsaber, teaching someone else is an entirely different beast. Everyone learns differently, and Grogu might take a little longer to train since he may not immediately respond to Luke's requests the same way that he reacted to Mando's. And finally, a reason why Luke maybe is not the best mentor is that Grogu still could turn to the dark side. Unfortunately, there's no surefire way to keep someone from turning to the dark side, otherwise there would be no Sith. Even Obi-Wan wasn't able to keep Anakin from becoming Vader, despite the fact that they were best friends. If Grogu were to turn to the dark side after mastering his Jedi training, he could be one of the most formidable Sith Lords in the galaxy. It's a risk that all Jedi Masters take, and Luke is no exception. So that is all of the news I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to give me a big fat like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you next time. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Have a good one.